Hopefully I can find from the race. When was it? The day before yesterday? Mwah. Well, let's see. Yes. Well, let's go. Donate. Again, thank you Tichne for providing the replay. Really appreciate that. Oh shit. Moin Radical. İyi akşamlar Kaan abi. Nasılsın, iyi misin? Tea and school. Well, tea is obviously good. But as for school, well, it depends on which kind of subject you had on this day, man. I mean, it sounds weird, but I really enjoyed the day and the days I attended the school, man. It was really fun, man. Really fun. Oh wow, what a wow! Again, man. Man, why are we not able to skip the instrument? Well, anyway, let's talk about this quickly. Devil got pole position. Surprisingly, in my opinion, but well done to him. Marks to second place. Tichne again, just sneaking slightly ahead of myself on third place. Then it was me, fourth place with the NSX. Fifth place, and Thomas with the Audi. We both actually the only two guys using a different car than the 911. Sixth place, Jonas. On seventh place, Adam. Then on 8th place we got Manu Rodri. Then on 9th place Adam. Oh man, on 10th place Kalsa. I think you can already hear from my voice that I'm kind of like not really motivated. 11th place off. Not really motivated to commentate right now, but I want to do it anyway. On 12th place Tuscan. On 13th place, Giorgio. I expected him to be a lot higher, to be honest. On 14th place, Matthew. 15th place, Roby. Then on 16th place, Key, who had got such an unlucky qualifying, man. Such an unlucky qualifying, man. And on 17th place, Oscaro, Fab God. And on 18th place, P1, Giuseppe. Okay, yes. Before I'm going to commentate furthermore, let's read the comment. İyi abi sen nasılsın? Ya sağ olasın Kaan abi. Ya ben biraz iyiyim ya. Biraz uykum da geldi. Ya biraz da üniversite içinde bir şey yapıyorum işte. Ondan yüzünden de ben de biraz da ya yorgun da geliyor ama öğrenmek zorundayım ya. Ama sağ olasın. Pacific Guy. Yeah! Mikael, wenn du magst, kannst du zur Seite. Weißt. Erstens, ich mag das nicht so recht, wenn Leute mir die ganze Zeit sagen, ja, besucht mal unsere Seite, ja, kannst du mal ein Like da lassen. Ich mag das nicht. Ich mach nur das, wenn es mir gefällt. Danke für die Sache. Und zweitens, mein Name schreibt man immer noch anders. Ach Mann, warum ist das mit dem Deutschen immer so, Mann? Mein Name schreibt man anders, Mann. More likes family. Yeah, I want a Fortnite stream. You can just take your Fortnite stream away, man. But okay, let's commentate about the race I had, actually. So, usually, how do I say it? Usually, there we go, the beautiful Nier Automata livery on my beautiful NSX. Yeah, usually, oh wait a second, I need to, well, it's, okay. Usually I didn't want to do the, let's say, the FIA races on Saturday, I believe, because I was so, let's say, not motivated to do any race at that day at all. But yeah, after finishing with my studies as well as with some other stuff, I was getting pretty much bored, and I didn't know what to do at that day. So there was basically only one thing which was basically keeping me a little bit busy, if you can say that, and that was those FIA races. But the problem was I was pretty much unprepared to, let's say, I was pretty much unprepared for those FIA races at that day, because, as I said, I didn't want to do those two races anyway, because as for the Manufacturers Cup, my car wasn't actually that great at this track, I believe. I didn't even test it, but it was just my intuition that told me that, or instinct that told me that, yeah, my car is going to be bad on tires for this track, so I just haven't even tried it out, basically. But as for this race, for the Nations Cup, yeah, I mean, Brands Hatch is already a cool track in my opinion, but as you saw from my tweet earlier, I mean, it was basically meant for the race only, which, nah, I mean, I just didn't want to do it anyway to get someone cancelled, you know what I mean? I mean, I just didn't want to do it, basically, but in the end I ended up doing, yeah, those two FIA Cups at Saturday, man, but I think I started to do the first slot, in my view, on the second slot from that day, and I used that slot to have a test race, basically, just to see what kind of strategies there are other guys are going to aim for this race. And on this race particularly, which was basically the last slot of the day, or yeah, basically, I ended up doing the one-stop strategy by starting from P4, which was already a pretty good grid position for this track, but also, yeah, not really good either, because you can't pretty much overtake the other guys at this track with the equal tire wear, or with the equal tires, if you know what I mean. But yeah, luckily with my previous Brands Hatch knowledge with the Group 3 cars at this track, I was getting used to this track, basically with this combination quite quickly. So yeah, I only needed like 20-minute practice or so, or 10 to 15-minute practice before I did the first race of the day too. So yeah, also as you can see, they were leading the race. He was trying to drive as fast as possible to have a gap between himself and Matu to break the slipstream. I think as for Matu, he was trying to save his tires a little bit. Yeah, as for Martin, Tichney, basically, I think he even told on the stream that he wanted to go for the one-stop strategy for this race, basically. And yes, me too, basically. It was kind of funny actually, because even though the time trial showed that the R8 was basically the fastest car for one lap pace, everybody else, basically the top guys used the 911 instead, because the 911 is not so much superior, but it's like superior than the R8 for the race, basically, because it's so much more stable through the corners, for the tire wear, like for everything. And that's why people ended up using the 911 instead. But for me personally, I don't like using the meta car for one specific race. That's why I ended up using the NSX for this race, basically, because the NSX is like a pretty decent car, but also not the fastest overall. Like, it was even slower than the R8 and the 911 for the qualifying, and also for the race, basically, but it wasn't that slow, if you know what I mean. Like, it was kind of like an underdog for this race. So I ended up using it instead, because I also wanted to have fun and just joke around a little bit. But yeah, as for the strategy again, if you wanted to go for the one-stop strategy, you basically pit it at the end of lap 6, and no, not at lap 6, at lap 7 I mean, in order to have let's say almost 2 equal stints for this race basically. But as for myself, being on P4 at that current of time, I was already thinking about at which lap I should already pit in order to do an undercut at this track. Like if I do an undercut, I may jump the guys ahead of me for because of the undercut I did earlier. Because it's basically almost impossible to overtake the other guys at this track unless you have much fresher tires than the guys ahead of you. So at this track, at this lap already, I was thinking about, okay, I may hit in already, because I was having a look at the map on the top right, at the top right hander of the screen. It showed me that there were basically like, we can maybe say 3 different groups at this track already. Like the first one is the first big one, and there was a second small group as well as a third small group, and between the first and the second group there was already a huge gap, and one pit stop lasts for around 8-9 seconds I believe. And I was already thinking about, okay, then I may pit in at this lap, so in order to have fresh air, in order to maximize my tires a little bit more, and also just trying to undercut the guys ahead of me. But unfortunately, Pitchley was also having the exact same thought as me at this lap, and also unfortunately he hit the barrier or the wall in the pit lane, and I pushed him because of that, and also because of the slight contact or bump I gave to him. He was having a bigger lead than me after leaving the pit lane or exiting the pit lane. But nevertheless, I just tried to stay within the slipstream of Martin ahead of me, because I also, in my how should I say it? Also my intuition kind of like told me that Pitchley is going to try, he's going to go for it. I mean, just trying to undercut the guys ahead of us too, like Devil as well as Matu. But I told you earlier that it was basically optimal to pit in at the end of lap 7, I think, or at the end of lap 6. But we basically pitted in at the end of lap 5. So I think, it already happened. So at this lap, Matu tried to react to our undercuts by also pitting in earlier, like at this lap basically. You will also see that Martin was always in the lucky spot to overtake all the guys ahead of us, like in the perfect position for the first corner. Unlike me, like here. Martin was a little bit lucky to have the ghost of Matu. I just tried to sneak my way inside there, and then for some reason Martin just tried to dive into me, even though I was still there. But let's have a look at this time, hopefully. Can we go back? Yes, we can go back. Yes. So, no, that's way too much. There we go. Like here. I just tried to dive in to have the better speed for the first corner, but then here, for some reason, he just turned into me. But it was still fine. I mean, we both weren't getting any penalty at all, which was the most important thing for this track, as once you get the penalty, you are basically stuck behind all the other traffic. If you are behind the traffic, basically. But let's watch it from Martu's view, like here. I'm already next to him and he just turns into me. But never mind, actually. So, there we go. Mwah, I need to drink something. Mwah. Yeah, feels good, man. Feels good. Yeah. The only problem was Devil. Because when we were also, let's say, having our last stint already, or just doing our last stint already, I also compared the gap between myself and Devil all the time basically, and he was still running some pretty good lap times, even for with worn tires. For me personally, I felt like being held up of Martin a little bit, even at this point, but still, having his slipstream was always helpful in my opinion, but you will also see that he was again in the lucky position to jump all the other guys who were ahead of us on the first stint basically. But then it was me who, I needed to try to get myself ahead of the guys who were ahead of me by, basically by just trying to overtake them. As you can see, you already had the inner line and also the inner line for the first corner here, but I already knew that he had the colder tires, so he needed to brake earlier. So I tried to go for the outside to have the inner line for this corner here, because he needed to back off and let me through. And yeah, at this point I was trying to close the gap to Martin again, who was taking an advantage of that situation and having a 1.2 second lead or so, or 1.1 second lead. But then, my teammate Org tried to go for the zero stop strategy, which I did on the race before, by using the hard medium tires. Yeah, okay, he used the medium tires for the zero stop strategy, because he started at like P10 or so, I believe. And then this was basically it. Well, not basically. I kind of like I kind of like hoped that my teammate would a little bit holding up Pitchney, but it wasn't like that he tried to hold him up for me. He was still racing for himself because he needed to get some big points, because France is like the most competitive country in Europe basically, and he needed to try and get those points. So but this was basically I was a little bit hoping for that at least, so that Martin would be actually getting held up by him, and I would take that advantage of that a little bit and just try to find an opportunity to overtake him on the track basically. But then also for the fuel consumption, as for this race, if you were just revving out at maximum every single lap, you would run out of fuel, even I think at lap 13 or so, or lap 12. I haven't even tried it out, but instead basically we all needed to save fuel a little bit, also by just trying to short shift a little bit, which was already enough for my case. As for the 911, I don't really know if they needed to switch the fuel mixture a little bit, or the fuel map, but I mean, what can I even tell about this race, man? I mean, as for the NSX, I already told you guys my reason for the choice for this car already. And it was kind of funny actually to see that I was kind of like already on pace with all the other guys who were practicing a lot for this race with the best car, basically with the 911. But as for here, at this lap, I think Pitchney was trying to save fuel a little bit, because he already knew that Org is going to hold him up, and therefore he could save a little bit fuel for the upcoming corners. That's like my conclusion, but I don't know, man. And here I just try to stay as close as to Martin, just to try to find an opportunity, to find a spot where I can overtake him basically. And this was the moment where I took the not basically the lead, because I still needed to overtake Org, but still the, how do you say it, ineffective lead, or the unofficial lead, like that. So yeah, I only needed to try and overtake Orc, and after, let's say, if I was able to overtake Orc, then I only had to look after my tires, as well as for the fuel consumption, and also by just not trying to do any single mistake, because at this track you can do mistakes so easily, just like running wide, missing your braking point, and therefore running wide or losing your car instead. So yeah, I kind of like showed Orc that, yeah, that maybe he should let me by, because I was way faster than him with the much fresher tires. So yeah, but then as you can see, the train is huge, man. Even M. Thomas, who was like, oh, Jomas overtook M. Thomas actually, but like even this group here actually, who was kind of like far behind of us on the first stint, managed to close the gap a little bit more, like step by step basically. And yeah. Ah, damn it, you didn't saw the overtake. Okay, there we go. He already showed me his indicator by showing me that he was going to stay on the left hand side, so I should just drive inside into taking the lead basically. And yeah, at this moment I was just trying to get away as fast as possible in order to break the slipstream of the other guys who are about to overtake Orc in the second there. And then therefore till the end just looking after my tires for the fuel consumption, not doing any single mistake. Yeah, and that's basically it. Yeah, again, awesome livery. Unfortunately, that's not a livery which I created earlier. So, but yeah, I think it's created by a Japanese guy. Credits to him. Unfortunately, I don't know his name though, but yeah. But let's have a look on the different tire wear actually. Like, you have to count that Martin and I pitted at the same lap, and I have slightly better tires than him. I was also using brake balance -5 because I didn't want to wear the rear tires a lot more, because yeah, I think rear traction was pretty crucial for this track, like on the slow speed corners, and therefore having a good exit out of those corners. So I was trying to sacrifice the front tire wear a little bit, if you can say that, but yeah, I mean, oh man, 3 laps to go. What should I commentate there? And then you also have to see that, for example, Devil was the last guy from in, and just look at his tire wear with Martis, for example. It's quite ridiculous if you ask me. Here was the incident, I believe. No, it wasn't. I think as you guys who are also watching my stream were also watching Martin's stream back then, and also watching the incident he had, unfortunately. Without that incident, he would have scored or secured at least P2, P3 or P4. Definitely finishing the top 4 basically in the end, because yeah, I don't think that Jomas, with his position, nothing against you, bro, but I think with his position, I don't know if he would be able to overtake Martin in the end, but it would also matter of the situation of how Martin has been overtaken there. But then yeah, I mean, just look at the tire wear, man. It's like so different, man. Like, wow. Oh man. Lol. Really? Wow. Okay, that's quite interesting actually. How is this tower with mine actually? Wow. Okay, that's quite a lot, man. Ah, yeah, yeah. Okay. What can I still say, man? I think I would just let the race be and just have a look on the comment section again. Yeah. Okay, yes. Ja, kein Ding, Radical. Ja, ich weiß schon, Radical, aber ich bekomme so viele Anfragen damit nach dem Motto, ja, kannst du das bei uns machen? Und dann, das geht schon einen wirklich auf die Nerven dann. Yo, what's up, Antomix? Oh, number one. Ah, konbanwa, Jokinson. Ah, arigatou gozaimasu. Demo, watashi wa number one ga janai desu ne. Ah, to omoimasu. Yeah, thank you, UFO, but I'm just commentating the race I had at Saturday, man. Yeah, quality for once, for once. Yo, what's up, Game Ranger? Danke, Ralf, und auch hallo an dich. I'm sorry if I'm going to pronounce this wrong. Oh, wait a second. I'm going to wait for this. I'm going to wait. There we go. Last lap. Yeah, in my opinion, this was actually not one of the best. It was actually one of the best races I had, basically. Not from my speed, but from the outcome I had. Because starting from P4 at this track, and also by winning it with an inferior car, it was pretty cool, man. Pretty cool. And yeah, I think, yeah, that's it, basically. Yeah, that's the others finishing the race. And yeah, that's it, basically. So, yeah, okay, let's have a look on the comment section again. Okay, hopefully I'm not going to pronounce it wrong. Oh, Mauroen. Thank you, man, but the thing is, with my surroundings, I'm not able to have a better connection, which is quite unfortunate because I'm living in a small village which has got like 200 citizens or so, and yeah, because of that, the connection I have at the moment is basically the best connection I can have for my surroundings. So I'm quite sorry for this. I mean, I can stream at 720p if it's not racing online against all the other guys. If it's like racing offline against the AI or just doing some time trial events, I can stream it on 720p, which is not a big issue, I think. But streaming on if I want to stream an FIA race, for example, I need to lower the quality in order not to risk a disconnect during the race. Yo, what's up, Terminal God? Made quality. Hey, Alberto, what's up? Yeah, thank you, UFO. Thank you, Shift 8. Well, I was having a chat with my internet provider, and that's what they told to us, because they're basically, with the current route that we have, we can have basically, in theory, we could have a much better connection, but with our surroundings, it's not possible, unfortunately. So yeah, that's why I'm kind of like forced to have a lower connection, unfortunately. So yeah. Okay, abi bir sorun var. Paspas'ta aldığında yasılın güncellemesi yapıran güncellemesi yap. Uh, um. Yaptım. Kaan. Aldıktan sonra güncelledim de ama sonradan yine yapmadım. Sadece bir defa yaptım. Hi Andi Zocker, was geht? Yeah, maybe, but I don't know if that's possible with our surroundings, so... Yeah. Yeah, it is, Antonix, it is. Yeah, the Peugeot Group 3 car is a good car. For some specific tracks, actually. Not the best one, but it's a good car. Okay, Terminal Go. Also, here is the lap, world record lap of the daily race C we had last week with the Super Formula cars at Suzuka. In my opinion, it wasn't that of a good lap, but especially the last chicane, because I basically threw my whole lead I had compared to my previous best lap on this chicane, which I'm still a little bit gutted off, but yeah, what can I do about that, man? But hey, I needed to use the best livery of all time done by my teammate Lava, which is the Winnie Pooh livery. Woohoo! There we go. Hashtag series livery. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. But here's the lap. If you want to enjoy it, I'm going to be quiet for a second. Yeah, this was the section where I lost all the time. My optimum was a 35.17 actually, and this lap could have been a 35.2 potentially if it wasn't for the last chicane. But yeah, I mean, still a world record, man. Raphael, I'm going to, yes, I can share my settings of the Fanatic wheel. Those are also in the order, so if you want to take notes of it, then just listen for a second. SEN has been set to automatic, FF to 90, SHO 50, ABS to off, DRI to -04, FOR 70, SPR 60, DPR 50, DRF 80, FEI 70. To also keep in mind that I was using the purple mode instead of the blue mode. So if you want to use the blue mode instead, then just put the FEI down to 0. And everything else should be equal for the blue mode. And as for the in-game settings, I was using 6 and 10. Hello, Yabo. Yabo. Yeah, what's up, Yabo? So yeah, I'm basically done for the day, I think, because I only wanted to, let's say, commentate my race I had. So yeah. Ah, thank you. Always trying to be a gentleman, man. Trying to help people. It's my goal. But let's have a look on the daily races, man. Ah, it's a required provided car. Okay. Huh. Alright. Oh, NSX, nice. Alright. Oh man. Yep. Kein Ding. Mach ich doch gerne. Didiko, you should just go back to your server, man. I don't know actually, Antomix. If it was specifically, then probably just a time trial event of this one here. But I don't know, man. Nah, I'm not going to do a lap sim racing GT. I've not even plugged in the USB cable of my wheel, so I need to build everything up, which is kind of like, I'm kind of like too lazy for it. Let's bite them with other car, not R8. Beat. The problem is the R8 is for time trial just so OP. I mean, yeah, it basically is so. Yeah, basically good English, man. I go only. You are lobbying controller. Nah, my controller's broken. I can't do anything against it, man. Like my L3 button is broken, and I can't even use the full throttle of this game with my pad. So oh hi Calvin Tola, what's up? What's up? My English is so bad. So no worries. Everyone does a mistake, man. Everyone. Hey, interesting. NSX, but FT1. What a surprise! Not. Ah, interesting. ST band, interesting. Which one do you mean, Antomix? Like for the Manufacturer's Cup or? Ah, no. For the daily race. Ah, I'm sorry. Ah, man. Guys, just a question. Do you wanna see me playing Sekiro? Playing a little bit? I don't even know, man. I kinda like struggle at this game a little bit. Yeah, let's have a look at this lap because of the championship mode settings. Nah, I'm not going to play Fortnite, man. I even deleted this game, so it's not even going to come back, man. Never. I only played it for 3 times, man. Ah, that's good. No cutting through the chicane. That's good, actually. Ah, she missed the apex there. Okay. Whee! So we need to have a look on the championship schedule because 20th, huh? It's a Saturday, which is good. I assume. Oh lol. Ah, nice one. Group 3 Suzuka. Count me in. I need to have my revenge, man. From the World Tour in Paris. But still, Suzuka Group 3, man. Yeah. Okay, that's good. That's good, actually. That is good. Yes. Oh shit, I still need to do the last circuit experience, huh? Which car is it? Mwah, Lexus. How is Suzuka looking, man? I don't know with the Group 3 one, but I basically like Suzuka in general. Because that's basically the best track I'm at in. But yeah, from the past, I would say nobody from Europe beat my time when Suzuka Group 3 has been showed up, man. 57.8. No. I'm so sorry, Rick, but I always have to read KFC. I'm so sorry. The official esports team of KFC. Nah, that's not the top 10 stars, bro. Wow. And of course the internet connection quality isn't that good anymore. Oh wow, what a surprise. Wait a second. But yeah guys, I'm going to end the stream now. What can I say? Thank you for coming by, watching my stream. Yeah. Enjoying basically the pleb commentating a race. And yeah, hopefully I will see you guys on the next time. Cheers!